Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Bitcoin, seeing what's going on. We're hitting a little reset button here, getting back down to that low 70,000 range, retesting our recent high here, at least on smaller time frames. So we want to kind of be mindful of some key level supports and resistances, and just understand that Bitcoin dominance is effectively increasing. Well, technically it's not even all that increased. It's just that alts are bleeding out so hard, money's getting flown back into Bitcoin. It's kind of breaking even. So when that happens, you can see a lot of alts get hit a lot harder than they should. So again, this is normal stuff when we start retesting recent supports. I think that we could have potential retracement on our hands, but we got to lose some key levels first before that happens. So we'll talk about that and a few other things here too. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you have a great learning experience. Quick congrats to our community members. Awesome profits here. We took 240% from a 3-month-old AVAX trade, but a 4-day-old AVAX trade at 63%. So taking that, they're good. 5 days, 51% for injective in Ocean and Fetch.ai shorts. Okay. Now again, do not short the market right now, folks. It's not a really good environment for it. Obviously, you could probably say the opposite here today, considering how red things are. But generally speaking, those trades were taken with precision, in the sense of making sure that we hit our take profit targets and get out. But more important, those are more long-term plays too as well, because I do personally feel like those are due for correction. Anyways, we're here for Bitcoin. Take a look here, of course, at Bitcoin liquidation levels. We can see liquidation levels all the way up to 75,000. So, the shorts don't stop shorting; they just keep getting destroyed, and that's kind of how it goes. But eventually, you prevail, right? You try enough times, and you're going to win. You're going to be successful. So the shorts are in play right now, for that matter. Anything what we got 73,500 is that rough estimate of lowest point, upwards of 75K. And we got a pretty heavy concentration at 65,000. I would welcome coming down to 65,000 personally, just so we can continue to add to our bags as the price goes down. We've got a lot of limit orders set between 70 and 60, and even 60 all the way down to mid 40s. Those are probably a little egregious and likely not to happen, but I still would recommend considering some limit orders on Bitcoin if this is a coin you want to invest in long term. It makes perfect sense that you should, but once again, everyone has different strategies. So taking a look here at the daily, let's work our way down. We discussed weekly and monthly closes recently, so being in the middle of the week, don't really care too much about that just yet. But again, those are still fairly bullish. Same thing with the daily too. I mean, there's not a lot of proof here that the price action is just going to drop really hard. But we can see, of course, that we are digressing on the RSI, and money flow index is still very high. Okay, so again, high MFI implies the price will probably stay where it's at. If it does come down, it's going to take a lot of selling pressure. Okay, and I'm not sure if the bears have that selling pressure right now or not, but we are seeing a second stochastic swing to the downside here that does carry more weight than the first in most cases. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a retracement to the 60,000 range, anywhere between 60,000 and 69.9. Again, you got to keep in mind that's a very broad range. I'm not saying 60,000 is going to happen. I'm just telling you the 60s, upper 60s seems appropriate, just considering we're knocking on that door right now anyways. So we came down as low as about 70,000 even with that candle wick here a couple of hours ago. Keep in mind, inflation is 3.2%, that it was higher than expected, so that does factor in as well. We saw a little bit of volatility when the market opened. This could just be the fallout, or the inevitable continuation of the downside as a result of that. We take a look here, of course, at a few key factors here on the 4-hour. We're trending closer to 50, not quite there yet, still considered to be bullish in the overall sense. Same thing with money flow index pulling back, stochastics retracing. These are all signs here that the shift in momentum is happening. 4-hour MACD divergence is definitely a confirmation, letting us know further downside would make sense at this point. So again, be careful shorting, but I can tell you that these are all ideal scenarios for short positions, minus the 20-day SMA. If we're gonna short confidently, I would rather be under the 20 and the 50-day SMA personally. Okay, that's just me, but again, you can't always get what you want. So indicators telling us they want the price action is going to pull back, but the moving averages are telling us we're still in good shape. That's pretty much been the narrative for the last couple of months, honestly, since Bitcoin started ramping up. Either way you look at it here, we can see some pretty solid situation here. In other words, this pullback, this hourly candlestick closes here in 10 minutes under the 50-day SMA. We could see the price action continue lower. Let's quickly look at Ichimoku Cloud and see we are below the cloud, the lagging span is below the price action, basically clear. It's not perfect. We want to see the price a little bit lower to get that to confirm, but that is a sign here that the shift in momentum has started, and conversion line is below or within the baseline, pretty much intersecting. We're still above the cloud. Look how perfectly the cloud is consolidating right here at this current support / resistance level. So again, round numbers like 60,000 or 70,000, keep in mind, are typically just kind of like these mental support levels for people, right? So they're big, large, round numbers. So a lot of people are going to want to kind of buy at that level. Like you'd probably be surprised how many limit orders you see at 70,000 or 60,000 from before, because it's just that big round number, right? So what I'm getting at here is that level is essentially a kind of like a psychological support level, and it's probably going to hold until it doesn't. But again, most recent high turns into a new low. So we are likely to presume this will hold as a support, but if it doesn't and we close below that here today, I think there would be a solid chance or consideration to consider a short at the upper 69K range. So just kind of a thought process there. Are we there yet? No, we do not have confirmation. We need to find confirmation, which looks a lot more like this. And again, we got to just be patient, folks. I know it seems juicy to just jump right in, and perhaps you could find some luck, but you want to go with the current when you know what the current is. Bitcoin is kind of like not sure if it wants to go uphill or downhill right now. Okay, that's generally where we're at. But again, this isn't terrible. Some people refer to this as a Bart Simpson. We have a joke in our community about this candlestick pattern. Thank you, Tom, for providing the narrative here. And yes, 59,000, that is a key Fibonacci retracement level based on larger Fib levels. Okay, so just to kind of throw it out there on the daily time frame, if you're familiar at all, there's 0.618 Fib level, which is a very consistent number. So it's much. I need to update my Fib levels to be able to reflect that. But generally speaking, we're looking at 59,000 here as a rough estimate of where that should be. Because my 0.786 is different because I haven't updated my larger time frame fibs because the weekly candlestick hasn't closed yet. Either way, conversation for another day. Just friendly advice. I'm not saying the price is going to drop to that level, but there is speculation we could see that. And I would, again, more so welcome that, because that feels like a good value to be getting in at around 60,000, which seems weird to say. A good value of 60,000, that's how price action changes, right? It's crazy how that shift in momentum will occur, and we start believing that that 60,000 is a good price all of a sudden, when that would have been an aggressively egregious, like ridiculous price action a few months ago. Funny how that works out. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm rambling now. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Make sure again to check out BingX Phenomenal Exchange. Link down below. No KYC or VPN Required exchange if you're curious on why we use them so frequently. They've been awesome to us. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.